Hi everyone. Now today I'm joined by Katie. Katie has designed a fantastic book called Trash Thoughts, and it's all about how to handle negativity in your life. Katie, thank you for joining me today. First question for you. Tell me what the book is about.
Hi, Sam. So the book is mainly based around a scientifically proven method which involves writing down a negative thought that you're having. You rip
Yeah.
the page out of the book, crumple it up, put it in the bin, and that's supposed to basically discard that negative thought that you're having. There is a lot of other things in the book, but that method was basically taught to me by my mother, who works in mental health for children in the NHS. So it is actually a
Okay.
proven method. It's just never been done in a book form before.
Right.
So it makes it kind of a bit fun.
Yeah.
It's something that you can do that differs from anything else that's out there at the moment.
Yeah.
And then I've also included other methods, other sort of challenges that you can use throughout the book as well, which also help with getting sort of rid of those negative thoughts that you might be having.
Okay. So what inspired you to write the book?
Mainly because I mean I've always had a history of anxiety myself. I've used variation of these kind of journals, gratitude journals, for example, and I kind of always wanted to. I thought I could maybe make something a bit better or something that's a bit different because I
Yeah.
found that writing things down does actually really help me.
Yeah.
So that was where it sort of initially came from. I'd always wanted to find some way of helping other people who also suffered with sort of any anxiety or depression, or even just it could be anybody on a daily basis who has any sort of negative thought or has any stress. I just wanted to be able to do something to help, basically. So that was where the idea of trash thoughts
Where it
came
came
along,
from.
really.
That's really good, and I really love the part where you can write it down because a lot of books, there's some great books out there, but I've not seen any where you can actually write down. And is it brain dumping where you just literally get everything on a bit of paper?
Yeah,
You mentioned just get it out your head and then it's gone. So the fact that your
exactly.
book has that element, that's fantastic. So how is this meant to make? Oh, sorry, how does this help estate agents?
I would say that in a state agency, obviously, can be a very stressful environment.
Yeah,
If they've had a really stressful day, or at the end of the day, they're feeling really kind of worn out and stressed, and they want to get rid of those sort of negative thoughts and go home with a fresh head. Then I
yeah.
guess that's what you would do. You would write down the negative thoughts, get rid of them, writing in the book, and then they can go home to their families without sort of thinking about those thoughts.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. For me, when I was in a state agency, the two things I really struggled with was one, when I lost an instruction, because we do take it personally, but also when a sale falls through. And that could be horrible, not only for you, but for your buyers, for your vendors. And rather taking that stress home and that negativity, if I could just, leave it at the door. And I think, that's what your book provides, doesn't it? You write it down, you put all that negative stuff down, and then you leave it there. You throw it away because there's no point taking it home. Taking it home doesn't make you feel any better. It won't get the sale back. It won't get your listing back. You've just got to learn to just let it go, but in the right way.
Exactly. I think that is, what's really hard for people to let things go, especially work is, you're there all day, every day. It's
Yeah,
something that is a big part of your life. If you can use, try a different method of, quite a fun, satisfying method. I find it very
yeah,
satisfying, ripping that page out, getting it
yeah,
gone. So I think it's just another way really that people can use. And if they don't want to write down their feelings, a lot of people don't want to write down masses of writing and whatnot. All you have to do is just put in short things, what those negative thoughts are, get rid of them,
yeah.
and then go home sort of feeling less stressed, I guess.
That's it. One of my favorite parts about the book is the activity you do where you say you write down that you're feeling that you're not doing very well at your job. Is the example I think you did.
Yeah,
And then but your brain will tell you, well, yeah, you are not very good at it. But the idea is for you in the book to respond as if you was a if a friend had asked that question. So I love that because when a friend comes to us with something, we always say something in a nice, positive, motivating way. But if we're doing it in our own head to ourselves, we're not as kind. So the fact that
exactly.
that activity is in there and it makes you think about it in a different way with a different outlook with such a simple method, I think is a really good element of your book.
Exactly. I think it's a real, when I came across that method when I was researching, I thought, what a
Right.
brilliant way to think, because whenever a friend, I mean, I get a lot of people, I'm sort of the advice giver in my group. So if
Yeah.
someone comes to me and they say, this is happening, I give them the advice that I look at them in a different light. But if it's yourself, sometimes you just don't give yourself the advice that others would give you.
Yeah.
So I feel it's a really good way to think about it in a more rational sense.
Yeah. No, I think that's brilliant. So we've done the activities in the book. How is this meant to make you feel?
Overall, in a nutshell, really, it's just less stressed, more positive,
Yeah.
and mainly more rational, because I think
Yeah.
it's not even just being positive, it's really the fact that when we get negative, we tend to go completely irrational. I know
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm terrible at this, I'm terrible at that, and then it just becomes, it's a vicious circle.
Yeah.
So I think doing something positive like this at the end of your day, even at the beginning of your day and the end of your day, whatever works for you, I think it's just supposed to make you sort of less overwhelmed, I guess, and less
Yeah.
stressed, and just happier overall, I guess.
Yeah. More organized in your head, I imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
less clutter in the
cluttered.
brain.
Yeah, and that's what we all want to be. Well, listen, Katie, thank you so much for joining me and explaining what your book's about. At Agents Together, we think it's brilliant. It's a great way to handle negativity in the right way. For anyone watching this, if you have any questions about the book, please message Katie. We're going to put a link in the description, so if you want to go have a look at the book yourself, so you can.
Yeah.
But I'll leave it there for now. There it is again. And thank you very much, Katie.
Thank you very much, Sam. Thanks for your
Thank you.
time.